This is one of the coolest things I've ever had happen in the woods.
Well, I've tagged out in Minnesota and now I've tagged out in Wisconsin, so I'm headed to Michigan to do some buck tracking. Me and a buddy, Jace Johnson, are going to be going over there together, and it's Jace's first time ever doing any buck tracking, but he has put down some great bucks and some public land deer even. I'm sure he's going to love it, so we'll see if we can get him hooked. How you doing, dude? You ready to do this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, it's going to be awesome. Well, we just made it to Michigan. Got our licenses, everything's ready to go. Getting off the main drag now. We'll be finding a campsite here soon enough. If you're gonna be near plowed road, you ain't gonna see squat. Yeah. Because those tracks do not show up at all. Yeah. But this stuff here, this actually doesn't look too bad.
Oh yeah, there'll be tracks.
Yeah, but you know, not. I mean, you should be able to see it at least. You can totally tell that there's some hunters that have been baiting back in here. So somebody's
there every day.
Yeah, they've been in there a lot. But I'll be looking along the edges, along that, and even in the centers. You can see how aged that track is there. I mean, crisp versus dried out. So I think we'll be set to go. Well, I say we get some sleep here because it's 3 o'clock's coming fast. All right, good night, dude. We got ourselves a good camp out tonight. See you in the morning. Morning, boys and girls. Just woke up. Gonna get out and do some tracking. How'd you sleep?
Actually, not bad.
All right, that's good. I slept pretty good.
I got it set up pretty good in there.
Oh, dude, that actually doesn't look too bad.
Stay warm.
As long as you stay warm, you're gonna be good. Let's head out and get finding some tracks. Best of luck, Jace. Go get one. So far, all I'm really seeing is wolf sign. Holy cow. Non-stop wolf sign. So get this. I'm finding this track, just kind of cruising along the edge of the road here. Looks, you know, decent. You know, nothing monstrous at all about it. But I come over here and I'm like, what the heck is this? And I look, and there's tine marks in the snow, rubbing on the tree, making a scrape. I have never seen that from the road, right there. The tine marks in the snow don't look real massive. My guess is it's a younger deer. Just green, fresh. Did your taxidermy turn out like this? Or like this? Then it's time for you to get some real taxidermy work done. And for that, you need to go to RIEBE'S Taxidermy out of Barron, Wisconsin. Look at that. I don't know if that's an elk or a moose, but it's like a jumbo version of what you want your buck track to look like. Like, look at the size of that. It's like the size of my boot. Oh my gosh, that's a huge critter. Look at the size of that thing. I mean, like, unbelievable. No, that bad boy interests me. Let's walk it out and see. Well, I'm not 100% sold on that track yet. Some of them don't look as big. Usually you want to look at the smallest in the set of the tracks to make sure that it's legit. I'd like to find one that's walking a little heavier than that. We'll keep at it for a little bit longer. That's not a bad looking track. It's not real long, but it's got that boxy look to it. Pretty wide. Every step, I'm seeing dew claws. That's gotta be a good buck. 1, 2, yeah. Breakfast of champions here before I go on the track. zooming in on him. We'll see how she goes. Got a lot of ground to make up. This deer has been just going all over the place, really looking, searching for does. He's just weaving and running. There's so many deer tracks back in here. He stood here for a minute and nipped on some of that stuff, and you can see antler swipe marks all over in here. Just tons of them. So he's got some headgear on him. I think I might have freshened him up a little bit. You can see the difference between that track and that track. He's kind of trotting here right now. So I'm going to stick with the newer one.
This track ended up being a very difficult one to stay with. There was deer tracks going in every single direction, so I was spending most of my time looking at the ground trying to sort out where this deer was at. Eventually it became so confusing that I decided to back off the track, and I headed out to go find a new one. At this point, Jace had still not found a good track to follow.
Not sure if you can see it, but the stars are just brilliant tonight.
Deer bowstrings look like a beaver's chewed on them. Then you need some custom-made gas bowstrings through Adam's Precision Archery. Got a link right here.
Well, we're off on a new adventure today. Hopefully we can pick up a good track.
Wolf sign out here is nothing short of intense. I've never seen anything like it. The deer herd here in northern Michigan gets pounded. Every 100 yards you see wolf sign. It's just crazy.
As you can see, my boot track from yesterday looks pretty old and snowed in.
Really helps having this little bit of fresh powder on the road. I'm able to spot tracks a lot easier. Jace just said that he found a slammer track. Yeah, buddy. We're in the game now. Hopefully we can find another one and be both set up for some good hunting today.
Here's the track I'm gonna be going in on.
Well, I found another decent buck. That ain't too shabby. His dues are fairly wide. That one might be worth a shot. Just right along the road here, I found this area that the buck's been feeding in. You can see some beams, beam. And he looks like he's got some decent mass to him, actually. So this is a stud. See all those divots? That's a nice buck. We're gonna go after that deer. Well, I got a monster dump working right now. I'll spare you the details. say only real men hunt the big woods. If you want clothing that says, I'm that kind of man, then check out the store I have right below this video. It's right there. So he joined up with a doe here. Instead of going underneath that, he sidestepped it. He's just zigging and zagging everywhere in here. After a lot of sorting, we're finally back on his track. I started my circle about up in there, made a huge loop, and just came back, and he's right back here.
So we got a little plot twist here. The track that I was on was the same big track that Jace was on. Oh gosh. I thought that we were going to be in two different areas, but we ended up being in the same area, and it's just how she rolls. So he's still cranking on it though. He's been going for a long ways. He's about 4.5 miles on that track and still has not freshened it up yet. And that thing is just going. It is with some does and going from doe beds to doe beds. So I'm headed over to one of those earlier tracks that I found. All right, stay tuned.
Temperatures have warmed up. It's about 40 degrees right now. Well, there's a wolf following him now. I love this habitat here. Oh boy. Here we go. That ain't great. Moose track. Check out that moose track. Holy cow. I can stick my whole boot in it. Now they're walking on the same patch. Well, came across a bait site here. Bunch of sugar beets on the ground. I don't see a camera anywhere, and I don't see a stand. I'm gonna have to circle this whole area because it is a absolute mess of tracks. Just bonkers. Check out that little makeshift ground blind. Overlooking his bait site. The old moose was coming into this guy's bait pile. Check out the size of those turds. Oh my gosh, I just found a moose antler, and a huge one. I've never found one in my life. My wife is gonna be so happy. She's been wanting a moose antler for forever. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh, no flipping way. Oh my gosh.
big moose. I think that's the moose that I've been seeing all the tracks from. Never did I think I would find its shed. Oh my freaking goodness. This is one of the coolest things I've ever had happen in the woods. Totally made this trip worth it. 100% just to get that shed. Unbelievable.
I crave so much more than the kill. It's the adventure. That's what I really want. You never know what's gonna happen when you take the track.
And the animals showed up at my door.
Gotta stop shooting spikes. You knew that was coming.
Dagger to the heart.